Hi students, welcome back to today's Vidyanagar online science class. I'm here to continue our chapter motion, and we are going to discuss about Newton's third law of motion in our today's class. Shall we start our today's class? Okay. So in the first part of our today's class, we have to discuss how the first law of motion can be stated with the help of second law of motion, or first law of motion can be mathematically stated from second law of motion. How? For that, first we have to know the second law of motion. What is the statement of second law of motion? Newton's second law of motion states that rate of change of momentum is proportional to applied and balanced force in the direction of force. Rate of change of momentum is proportional to the applied and balanced force in the direction of force. This is the statement of second law of motion. Rate of change of momentum is proportional to the applied and balanced force in the direction of force. And what is the mathematical representation of second law of motion? F equal to ma. So which is the statement for second law of motion? F equal to ma. So now we are going to state our first law of motion from this. This is the mathematical representation of second law of motion, F equal to ma. Here F is the force, m is the mass, a is the acceleration. F is the force, m is the mass, a is the acceleration, right? So with the help of this equation, how we can state, how we can find the first law of motion. For that, first you have to know the equation for acceleration. What is the equation for acceleration? What is acceleration? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity, and acceleration a equal to v minus u by t, where v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, and t is the time. This we already studied, right? So apply or substitute a equal to v minus u here, right? Then F equal to m into, instead of a, v minus u by t. Okay, so in the next step, cross multiply f and t. So f into t equal to m into v minus u. The next step, expand this bracket, f into t equal to mv minus mu. M into v, expansion of the bracket means this m is both common for v and u, right? So m into v, me, m into u, mu. Okay, suppose f equal to 0. Suppose f equal to 0, then what happens to this equation? 0 into t equal to mv minus mu, which means 0 into t, 0. So 0 equal to mv minus mu, or you may study it in mathematics that x minus y equal to 0, then x equal to y, just like mv minus mu equal to 0. me minus mu equal to 0, which means me equal to mu. 0 equal to mv minus mu. That you know, x minus y equal to 0 means x equal to y, just like mv minus mu equal to 0 means mv equal to mu. Cancel m, so we get v equal to u. v equal to u. v equal to u means what? If initial velocity equal to final velocity, or final velocity equal to initial velocity means the object will continue in uniform velocity. If v equal to u means you have to know that that object will move with a uniform velocity. Velocity is constant or uniform velocity, that is v equal to u. So hereafter you have to know that if v equal to u means what? The object will continue in uniform velocity. The object will continue to move in uniform velocity, that is v equal to u. If u equal to 0, v also equal to 0. If u equal to 0, v also equal to 0. Which means if v and u is 0 means what? Object is at rest. If initial velocity and final velocity is 0. If 0, the value 0 means object is at rest. Value v equal to 0 or u equal to 0 means what? That object is at rest. Object is not moving. So what is the statement of first law of motion? First law of motion state that the object remains in a state of rest or uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change that state by applied force. So the object will continue in a state of rest or uniform motion unless compelled to change the state by applied force. So, if the object wish to continue the same state till we apply the force. When we watch the TV, we have the tendencies to watch the TV till we switch off the TV. Right? So that is a natural tendency. Here object, object v equal to u or u equal to 0 means object is at rest. So this object wish to continue till the application of force. So that is the statement of first law. The object remains in a state of rest or uniform motion unless compelled to change that state by applied force. So that is v equal to u. So this is the explanation of first law of motion from the second law. We started from here. F equal to ma, then substitute a equal to v minus u by t, then cross multiply f into t equal to m into v minus u, expansion of the bracket, f into t equal to mv minus mu, m into v mv, m into u mu. Then if f equal to 0, mv minus mu equal to 0. If x minus y equal to 0, x equal to y, just like mv minus mu equal to 0 means mv equal to mu. Cancel m, we get v equal to u. If v equal to u means the object will continue in uniform velocity. If u equal to 0, v also equal to 0, which means the object is at rest. So that is the first law of motion. Object remains in a state of rest or uniform motion unless compelled to change that state by applied force. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about Newton's third law of motion. The first two laws tell us how an applied force changes the motion and provide us a method to find the force. From the first law of motion, we understood about how the applied force changes the motion of an object, and from the second law, we made the relationship for the force F equal to ma. And in third law of motion, or the third law of motion state that when we exert a force on an object, or when an object acts force on another object, when a body or when an object exert force on another object, that another object also exert a force back. That second object also exert a force back. Okay, for example, consider two objects in my hand, right? These are the two objects, and this is object A and this is object B. Suppose object A exert force on object B. This is object A. Object A exert force on object B. At the same time, object B also exert force on A. When A exert force on B, B also exert force on A at the same time. So this is the base of third law. When one object exert force on second object also exert force on the first object. So this is the base of the third law of motion. So the two forces are action and reactions. So object A exert force on object B. So this is the action. Object A acts force on B and object B also acts force on A. So this is the reaction. This is action and this is reaction. So two forces present here is action and reaction. Right. For example, while you play, there may be some struggles between your friends, right? And sometimes fighting between you. When your friend slaps you, what you do? You also returns, right? You auto return a slap to that person, which means so for the first slap is the action, second slap is the reaction. Right. So when you make troubles in your house, your mother scold you, right? So making troubles, actions, and scolding is the reactions. When you study well, you will get the good marks. Study well is the action, getting mark is its reactions. When you have thirst, you have to drink the water. Thirst is the action, drinking water is the reactions. So with the help of this, we can define the third law of motion, and third law of motion state that to every action there is equal and opposite reactions. To every action there is equal and opposite reactions. If there is any action, definitely there will be the reactions. So that is to every actions there is equal and opposite reactions. To every actions there is equal and opposite reactions. And thus the action and reaction is equal in magnitude. So the forces, action and reactions are equal in magnitude, but their direction is opposite. See, this two objects. This object is acting force to forward direction, acting force to the forward direction, and this is acting force to the opposite. This is its opposite is this one, right? Their force, the magnitude is same, but the direction is different. Magnitude is same, direction is different. So to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So that is the statement of third law of motion. To every actions there is equal and opposite reactions. For example, see, consider the objects. This is object A and this is object B. Object A exert force on B and B also exert force on A. This is Newton's third law. When one object exert force on another object, this another object also exert force on the first object. So to every action, this is action and there is equal and opposite reaction. To every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. So A acts force on B. So which is the symbol for the force? F. So A acts force on B, that is FAB. FAB means what? Object A exert force on object B, and FBA means what? Object B exert force on A. Every action there is equal and opposite reaction. If A exert force on B, B exert force on A. This is equal in magnitude, but the direction is opposite. A is exerting forward direction and B is exerting force to the backward. This arrow is opposite and this arrow is forward. Its opposite is this one, right? So that opposite can be denoted as negative sign. So negative sign indicates what? The opposite direction. Negative sign indicates opposite direction. So FAB equal to FBA means what? A exert force on B and B exert force on A. They are equal in magnitude, but they are opposite in direction. So negative sign here indicate they are opposite in direction, right? So to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Their magnitudes are equal, but direction is opposite. If A exert force on B, B also exert force on A, and FAB equal to FBA, FAB equal to minus FBA, because their directions are different. Okay, to every action there is equal and opposite reactions. And another very important point, the action and reactions are equal in magnitude. Action and reactions are equal in magnitude, but their accelerations may not be equal in magnitude. Their action reactions are equal in magnitude, but acceleration may not equal in magnitude. Acceleration means you consider the movement. Acceleration means movement. Why? Because each force acts on different objects having different mass. You consider, the size of the objects. This is big and this is small, right? So here the action and reactions are equal, but their acceleration may not be equal. Why? Because each force acts on different objects of different mass. Their mass is different. So their acceleration also different. So why the acceleration is not equal? Because each forces acts on different objects of different mass. For example, gun and bullet. See, two objects, gun and bullet. While we fire, the bullet comes out of the gun, right? When we consider the gun and bullet, the mass of the bullet is very less and mass of the gun is high. So which is heavy? Gun. And the bullet is a small object, and which moves with a high speed. Bullet is moving with a great speed, no? Firing, the bullet is coming out of the gun with a big speed or great speed. Why? Because its mass is less. Right? So action and reactions are equal, but the acceleration may not be equal because each forces acts on different objects of different mass. Okay? So in case of bullet comes with a great speed because the bullet's mass is less than, different objects, different mass, so different acceleration. Okay? And another one, as the sailor jumps to forward direction, the boat moves backward. When the sailor jumps to the forward direction, you can see that the boat moves backward. This is also an example of Newton's third law of motion. So suppose a sailor jumps forward, but the boat is coming back. Why? What is the answer? The answer is, it is due to the Newton's third law of motion. To every action there is equal and opposite reaction. To every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Okay, so why when the sailor jumps to the forward direction, why the boat moves backward? This is due to the Newton's third law of motion. Okay, so what is the statement of Newton's third law of motion? To every action there is equal and opposite reaction. And what is a mathematical representation of Newton's third law? FAB equal to minus FBA. If A exert force on B, B also exert force on A. Their magnitude is equal, but their direction is different. So not different, direction is opposite, right? So to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So that is the statement of Newton's third law of motion. That's all about today's class. Watch the video carefully and by heart all the laws. Okay, and we will meet you soon with another video. Till then, it's bye. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.